Welcome everyone to another episode of Wingin It here on Bryno's World. On this month's episode, I am taking a fan suggestion from the first ever episode of Wingin It, and I am going to try to make some Parmesan Garlic chicken wings. Anywhere you go to a wing place, Parmesan and garlic on top of chicken just goes so well together. Perfect not hot option for anyone who's got a weak stomach, unlike mine. Okay, so we have the ingredients for our rub set up here. A very simple rub. I don't think I need a whole lot to get the flavors that I need out of it. Before we start though, you'll see that I've got 2 cups here because I've got 2 very similar but just 1 ingredient difference in the 2 rubs that I'm going to use here. First, obviously, some brown sugar. This looks good enough to me, as does that, followed by the usual kosher salt, next part of my basic 5, as everyone knows, is black pepper. Up next, of course, one of the stars of the show, garlic powder. And also, to reinforce the garlic flavor and also add a little bit of texture to it, I'm adding some dried minced garlic to this rub as well. And to complete like a preparation, I forgot to take the freshness seal off of it. And I hate when freshness seals break apart like that. Just give me one moment. If I can open... That'll do. 1 part... Ooh, that's garlicky. 1 part of minced garlic. And last part of the basic 5, the onion powder. Dwop and dwop. Good enough for me. And now for the second star of the show, Parmesan cheese. Yeah, I know it says Parmesan Romano. It was just what I had in my fridge for making pasta. Sue me. Besides, it's mostly Parmesan cheese, and heck, cheese is good, so cheese is good. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do this 2 different ways. In one rub, I'm just going to put the cheese right into the rub, and for the second batch, I'm just going to add this towards the end of cooking. I think that'll do. So as you can see, this one has the Parmesan, this one does not. We'll put some wings in each of these rubs and see how they do. So now that we have our 2 varieties of the Parmesan garlic dry rub, time has come to apply them to our chicken wings. Alright, so as you can see, I've prepared my chicken wings ahead of time. So let's roll them into our rub here. First, we're going to dredge a couple chicken wings in this Parmesan-free dry rub. I don't see a whole lot of the minced garlic sticking onto this. That's maybe disappointing, but regardless, in you go. I had to work this wing pretty hard to get all the rubs on there, but it looks like I made just enough for 2 wings. Up next with a mostly clean plate is the Parmesan rub. Yep, there's your flap right there, appropriately covered. Now for a drum. Alright, once again had to work a little harder for the drum, but it's good and covered. I like this one. Alright, our wings are prepared, so now let's shove them into the fridge. Here you go. And now we just wait for about an hour, as usual, to let the chicken marry all the flavors of the dry rub, including so much garlic and in some cases Parmesan. It has now been 55 minutes since I took these wings here out of the fridge. So I figured I'd put them on the pan on the grate while the oven is preheating at 375 degrees in my convection oven. without Parmesan, with Parmesan. My biggest concern with these two is that the Parmesan will burn and pretty much screw up the entire wing. That's why I made these two to put the Parmesan on at the end. So now the moment has arrived to place these wings in the oven. There we go. And away we go. Parmesan on the other ones. Oh my goodness. Whoosh of humidity. Let's see how these wings have cooked thus far. Almost done with the cooking. And so far, I expected more burnination out of these two wings. A little bit, but not a whole lot. Time is of the essence, and I don't want to waste time. So, take my Parmesan here and just go for a little sprinkle. Into the oven. As you can see, my dinner wings, the bottom tray. 5 more minutes. 3, 2, 1. There we go. The wings are done. And oh, another whoosh of condensation from the oven. And like I said before, I expected a little more burnination from the wings on the right, which had the Parmesan in the rub. To my amazement, there isn't much. And the Parmesan on the left, even the one that's on the tray, this doesn't look like it was affected at all by the heat. I'm highly encouraged by these. Well, now for the moment of truth, the tasting. On your right, we have the wings which have been treated in Parmesan cheese. About 5 minutes left in the cooking time. And the ones on the left have been given the Parmesan cheese treatment at the very beginning as ingredients in the dry rub. They both look pretty good. They don't look bad, that's for sure. But enough of me stalling, enough of me talking. Let's get to eating. First, with the Parmesan applied with 5 minutes left in the cook time on both sides. So anyway, here we go. Exhibit A of Parmesan garlic wings. Here we go. Not getting much of the Parmesan or the garlic in this wing. I'm getting a little more hint of a garlic than I would in my normal wings, but then again, there's not a lot of heat there's no heat at all, which to draw away from this. Let's try one more bite. The minced garlic had a good garlic smell, but I'm not getting a whole lot of the flavor of those minced garlic from this at all. At least from this one. So I'm not sure what to make of that. Other than that, maybe minced garlic was not the right way to approach this. I'm getting a little bit of flavor, but I think it's more from the pepper than anything else. Although I did take a little tiny nibble of the minced garlic, and it had sort of a burning feel to it. So either I'm not getting a lot of garlic, or I'm getting too much of it, and it's disguising itself as heat or peppery flavor. Let's see if the wing fares any better. I can see fairly good amount of minced garlic on this, so maybe that'll help. Here we go. Same thing. It's not an unpleasant flavor. Maybe I'm just expecting too much of the Parmesan and the garlic. Maybe I'm expecting the flavors to be more pronounced. They're kind of more, the garlic is more subtle than I thought. It's more than I would get from my normal batch of chicken wings. In fact, actually, I'm getting a bit of garlic flavor on the aftertaste here. So maybe this is the good thing. I got just enough of the garlic flavor, but not enough of the Parmesan. As you saw earlier on, I kind of sprinkled it on, maybe not randomly, but kind of haphazardly, just to try to get it in time. Same thing overall. Nice, slight increase of garlic flavor, but the Parmesan doesn't really speak for itself at all. Let's go to the wings, which were pre-prepared with Parmesan. I mean, when I smelled the rub before applying it, it had a good Parmesan smell to it. So let's get started here. Parmesan garlic wing pre-prepared with Parmesan. Here we go. I don't know what to make of that. Maybe my mouth is just consumed with garlic. Maybe I thought I tasted some Parmesan, but I'm not real sure. Maybe the first bite kind of threw me off since I had the other wing. Let me try another bite. I'm not getting the distinct Parmesan flavor though, but maybe that's just because it's been in the oven for so long. It's not an unpleasant taste though. It's not like the Parmesan garlic flavor is in my face saying, I'm Parmesan, I'm garlic, here I am, you're not tasting anything else. Again, it's kind of subtle. Let's try the drum. See if that adds anything to it. Again, I'm still not getting the rush of garlic, I'm not getting the rush of Parmesan, but... Oh, wait. Got a little bit there in the aftertaste. The more I think about it, the more I think this would be a great wing for someone to try if they're not really a fan of hot stuff. I don't know if I should increase the amount of Parmesan and garlic in this rub or not. If it was me, I would, but maybe someone with a more sensitive palate wouldn't like this. The more I'm eating this wing, the more I'm liking it. The Parmesan and garlic flavors are milder than you would expect maybe from a major restaurant chain, but it's subtle enough that you'll enjoy it. Plus, it also doesn't detract away from the other spices that are in the rub and from the chicken itself. And on that happy note, that will do it for another episode of Wingin' It here on Bryno's World. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you thought I screwed this up somehow, or if you've got your own ideas for wings I should do in this show, please leave a comment down below. Otherwise, don't forget to like and share this video, and subscribe to Bryno's World. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and have yourself a good one.